Welcome into Good Day After the Show, here streaming exclusively on WTOL 11 Plus.
Yeah, hopefully everybody had a great week. And we're looking ahead to the weekend, and some things are happening in the area. We always tell folks what's going on in the Go 419 weekend rundown. One of those things is the Perrysburg Winterfest.
Yeah, so always a cool, fun event. I really like being able to drive downtown Perrysburg afterwards and see all of the ice sculptures that are left over. So that's always really fun.
And we know it's going to be the right temperature.
Perfect
to keep them fully intact for quite some time,
yeah.
I think. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here this morning.
Yeah, we're about to toss to some video. Apparently, this is a surprise.
You know more than I do.
Our director, Tim.
This is me, something
Hi,
I
Tim.
put together. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm kind of an amateur ice sculpturist.
No idea.
Yes. So what I have done is I have made ice sculptures of everyone on Good Day or involved with Good Day. So if we want to take a look at the first one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that handsome fella. What's that on the top of my head?
That's nice.
So yeah, I use this from your station picture, and
And you did AI?
No, I carved ice. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
It's a spitting image.
It is. It looks like me.
Right on.
Except the
Tim.
hairline.
You like?
I'm going to tell you to keep that day job.
Right. Well, wait till you see yours. You might even say that again.
So is Amanda next?
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't look anything like me. I do like the hair.
It was from your station picture, so I might have not carved everything just right.
Ryan Weekman, come in.
I need to step back and look at it from more of a distance.
I don't know if that looks like you, Amanda.
I don't think that looks like me at all, Tim.
That one's not quite you.
Your little chisel did not
I think you
deliver.
did a fantastic job. Is that an exact image of Amanda? No, but
It's
by
a beautiful
hand
ice
carving that?
Well, Ryan.
Oh no.
Ryan
Well,
Weekman.
not yet. We'll get to you in a minute, Ryan. Let's go. I got one more here of the both of you.
All right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, you have a very shiny
Oh,
top
hey,
of your head.
that
there.
doesn't look like you either.
I won't zoom in on your nose too much, but it's something. There's a piece of ice there that didn't quite.
What program did you use, Tim?
This is Elsa.com.
So yeah, it was from a website I found.
Something. Funky photo.
Funky
Just
something.
randomly Googled it, but I thought, yeah, these are great ice sculptures, aren't they?
I think it's fantastic.
There's another one of. Actually, I think it's me.
All right.
Oh, what a distinguished statesman.
I know. Tim, that's the best one.
He saved the
What do you
best one
think?
for last.
That's the best
Tim,
one.
that's solid.
Yeah, I see it.
So no Ryan involved in this?
No, this isn't the last one. There's one more.
This screams librarian at a university right
Yeah, I get it. I
I should
get
have
the
a
vibe.
tweed jacket on.
here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have someone else is on Good Day often. We know
Okay.
her.
Hey,
looks like
that looks like Kaylee. See,
Yeah.
I recognized her.
Nailed it.
You didn't recognize yourself.
Nailed it.
No.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best one, I feel
Okay,
like.
and then a couple of days a week we have this guy on.
Yeah, all right. So let's see.
here's-
Whoa.
That's also kind of distinguished.
This is
It
very Eastern European.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah,
I feel like if this was
I don't think you're going to see any of these down in Perrysburg, but
Maybe.
a statue.
Maybe.
Why is my one bottom lip a different color from my top lip?
it's the different carving of the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure, different
So,
technique.
yeah.
Like 3 layers.
Or maybe you're starting to melt. I don't know.
I think
Now,
melting
it's a
is-
good
is
thing
it.
you didn't do hands in any of them,
Actually, I
because you
kinda
know what
wish
they
my
say
fingers
about
would look
AI
like
and
hands.
hands?
Oh,
it
yeah,
would've
you have
been
like 6
weird.
Why? What does it
fingers.
do?
They can't figure it out. Like, AI does not know how to do hands.
Why?
So if you ever look at AI videos of things, the hands are like,
That's one of the best
all
ways
over the place.
They are.
yeah.
to
Yeah,
show
and then
whether
extra
or not.
fingers
I have
and
such a
things like that.
distinguished pose. I kind of.
But these are all from your station pictures, so.
Apparently, we need to pick different station pictures.
I know. They're always tough.
Interesting.
I like it. Well, I need a different haircut. Maybe I should
Tim,
let my side hair grow out.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Right.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
That must have taken
Spent
you forever.
Hours carving all these.
That must have taken forever.
It's true, and I know why you gave Steve such a great look
Right.
up top because the snow globe.
Oh.
That's cute.
My
That's cute.
goodness.
But you know what? But
My
you know what?
goodness.
No, go back to Ryan. You look phenomenal. You look phenomenal. I'm going to just compliment you on your distinguished look because
Yeah.
we needed AI to make you look distinguished.
Oh,
I feel like I need my hand in my breast.
there you go.
Artificial.
There you go.
Artificial indeed.
A second I thought you were going high road, but no.
No,
You know better than that.
not when it comes to these two. Go back to mine again.
All right, let's see it.
Hold on.
All right, let's see it. Which one of yours? Because both of yours looked a little too.
This one, okay. Like, what is the eye situation? Are you guys seeing that?
It's ice.
I will admit the eyelashes. Tim, you tell me. You're the one who carved this. The
Yeah.
eyelashes have to be the hardest to carve, right?
Oh, yeah. Breaks a lot.
Such
And my
intricate
necklace,
details.
my
Right,
necklace,
the necklace,
down
yep.
here.
Necklace
with
looks good.
The little jewel. This definitely looks the most like anything that actually
Oh,
is
okay,
in
the
the
most
real
accurate
photo.
It's true. Also,
Yeah.
AI, when you use AI, it gives like no texture to a face. Look how smooth. It's like you're like one of those dolls. Super smooth.
She likes that.
Again,
No wrinkles.
again, it's ice.
No. Yeah, I know. I feel like we're missing a little bit.
You need a little character,
a little
though,
bit
right? A little character.
here,
Oh.
little laugh lines.
I would
here.
say years with kids and stuff, you need a little lines under here for all of
and-
us too.
Maybe a few of those
Little
up
forehead
here.
wrinkles.
yeah.
But again, as Tim
Again,
said, it's ice.
Right.
It's ice, so it's really smooth.
That's true.
Yeah, okay.
Steve, you look good here. This is a good
Things
one.
you could do with AI.
You don't think so?
This is before the beard. This one.
I do kind of think I look like Elsa here. I'm not gonna lie.
See?
Before beard.
Because Elsa has that like pose, doesn't she? Do
It
that?
looks mischievous.
I'm up to
So
A
this
little
is
mischievous.
Both of these are freezes from the show Open.
Okay.
So if you watch
that's
Good
a
Day
real
Monday
pose
through
I did.
Friday-
Or if you were in a coffee shop and somebody said, "Hey, Amanda," and you just turned, "What?"
The perfect turn and pose.
Lots of fun.
Nice job, Tim. I
Yeah,
like
thanks,
this.
Tim. Thanks for your work.
Right?
We
So we've got to
appreciate
know you guys in ice.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back, we'll get to know you a little better.
it. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, some little conversation starters, all right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Tim, yours is fantastic.
All right. So we have often said Good Day After the Show is
Yeah.
going to be a place where people can get to know us a little bit better, learn the things that we don't talk about on Good Day.
Right. Yeah.
So we're
There's
gonna,
not much we don't talk about.
It's
on
true.
Good
We
Day.
share a lot. We share a lot. But we're going to play a little game.
Yeah, we're going to dig a little deeper. So I have some cards here with some
I'm
questions.
terrified.
You should be.
Now, you two might have pre-read just a little bit. I have no idea what you're about to ask
Okay.
here. I'm
Okay,
kinda
so
nervous.
I want to start with this one. I think this is a really good question to start with. Which of your personality traits gets you in the most trouble?
Yeah. Yes.
Mine is certainly that I speak my mind.
Same here.
For sure. I absolutely have a hard time keeping my mouth shut. And my husband often has to be like,
I would say if there's an itch, I have to scratch it.
Yes.
Like I can't help it if something's
You gotta
bothering
poke
me or
somebody.
something. If I don't address it or say something or do something, if it's bothering me, it's gonna like gnaw at me. So
Yeah.
I have to do it.
And I'm with that. I agree with both of you.
Yeah.
And I keep digging and keep digging
It's true.
and keep digging.
He-
You're like
keeps-
a backhoe.
Yeah, and just keep going.
He does that.
And then I'm over it, but everyone else is like, frazzled
Now
about it.
you've brought us
Yeah.
so far into it.
And I'm over it at that
and you're
point.
like, oh, we're still talking about that? No, I definitely, and it could be in family situations and
Ooh.
things too, where
you would
I'm
give us
like,
an example?
Oh.
I was just joking. I don't want.
No,
I
I
don't
know.
want to
I
put
feel
your
like
beef
I
out.
should think of an example.
Come back to it.
Yeah, I feel like at family dinners, I sometimes, if someone says something that I know is not truthful or
Yes.
is hypocritical, I will many times call that out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also family dinners or something where somebody will come up and go, "Ryan, you've been very quiet today," and I'm like, "You ever heard of if you got nothing nice to say?"
Say anything at all. Okay,
Yeah,
so here's
yeah.
another question. This is pretty fun.
Okay.
Cool. If you were to be on the news for something, what would you want the story to be about?
Ooh. that I saved a life.
Oh, really?
I did that CPR story earlier this week,
Yeah.
and I actually knew the gentleman who got the life-saving award, and I was like, what would happen if I was in that situation where one of y'all or somebody in our building.
Don't put that on us.
I know that's bad. That was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Bad juju.
She's got you. Though. She's got you.
But yeah, hopefully I would be able to jump in and do that same thing.
Okay, cool.
Steve, what do you
Yeah.
want?
I think I would want it to be like sports related, like I hit 3 hole-in-ones, like back to back to back, or something like that, something cool and unique that no one has ever done.
Have you even
before.
hit one hole in one?
In my mind. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Maybe at the
I thought you said
simulator.
putt-putt. Maybe a putt-putt. Mine's very obvious. I'll tell you what. I've always wanted to cover a blizzard. Should I pick something else?
Yeah.
Something not weather related.
You you've covered a blizzard.
I know. I was just joking. Okay.
Tornado chased. You've been.
I've chased
Yeah.
tornadoes on TV.
Yeah.
I've done blizzards on TV.
Yeah.
How about something not weather related?
Yeah.
I would want to be on the news because I performed the Super Bowl halftime show.
Dun, 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 Lovely. Okay, so on this line of news, how did you get your first job and how long did you work there?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like this one. Okay, I'll go first on this one.
Yeah.
I didn't even apply for my first job actually in TV. It was back in 2009. I had sent in a resume tape. That's the way you did it. You had to make the CD.
Yep.
You had to burn it and everything. Give it to
I had
news directors.
VHS tapes actually.
I got a call 6 months later after I'd sent it in for a totally different position. And he goes, "You still interested?" Yeah. So we tried out and got the job. I didn't even know there was an opening.
Was that in Quincy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So fun fact,
coincidence.
Ryan met my husband
Oh, yeah.
in Quincy. They worked together in
that's
Quincy,
cool.
Illinois, and they even lived together for a period of time.
That's true.
So
Roommates.
Small world.
then I met my husband in South Bend, Indiana, and we realized then that I knew Chris Vickers because I worked with him in Bismarck, and it's like
How about
this whole.
that? So Bismarck,
Wow.
North Dakota, your first job, how did
Okay,
that happen?
So my first TV job was actually as an associate producer at the ABC station in Orlando.
Okay.
And it spawned from an internship that I had through the University of Central Florida. But that first on-air job, I sent out, Ryan, I don't know, 70 resume tapes.
Yeah.
And now you just send YouTube links.
It didn't
but
used to be
yeah,
like that.
You used to have to pay for the postage, and you're a college
And you're just sending
student.
shots in the dark across the country, basically.
So finally, when I put that tape in the mail, I mean, this was dozens tapes in. I'm like, Bismarck, this is the one that's going to call me. Sure enough, it was. And the news director called me and said, hey, we've got you interviewed for this job. And I was like, which one was it? Which one? I couldn't remember because I had applied for so many.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's an anchor reporter job. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
There we go.
Yeah, all right.
Deal.
Nice.
And it was, do you want the job? Okay. I didn't get to go there ahead of time to see it. It was
Would
sight
that
unseen.
have made a difference?
No, and that's why I
Okay.
was just like, I need a
Taking it.
job. I need a job. I'm
Trying to
going.
get on
Yeah.
air.
How about
so,
you?
so for
Steve?
me, I was in Jackson, Mississippi. I was interning at a station, and we were on the scene of a shooting, and the chief photographer from another station was there. He approached and said, hey, looking for photographers, really needed an editor at that time, so they were just wrapping up tape to tape, and they were moving.
Which for tape to tape, if you don't understand that for anybody who remembers VHSs, think of it as a VHS, but you had to like cut and splice everything together.
Yeah, so that's not how I was trained in school, so that was like a whole new concept.
Yeah.
Once I got the job there as an editor, photographer, and about 4 months in, I would wear a shirt and tie every day to work because I wanted to be on air.
Yeah.
And the assistant news director called one night and he said, hey, we're down a reporter. He was like, are you willing to report today? So that's how
So
things
don't
You
dress,
dress for the job you want.
Yeah, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want.
Yes,
There you
so
go.
that's how things happen there.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
sorry, Tim.
Good
Yeah.
start.
really fun. So here's a good question for you, Ryan.
Well, what's that?
How often is your brain on autopilot?
Oh. Like at work or in general?
I'm hearing laughter from the control room right now.
More than I would like to admit. How about that? More than I like to admit. Yeah, is this like, wait, are we talking about like at work or like
I think in general.
Hey man, I don't want to call you out at work.
Because at work, it's zero. I literally never, ever am on autopilot. I'm 100% engaged all the time.
Especially
never.
every one of those hits you have every
All
10
54
minutes.
weather hits I have all morning, I'm always engaged. I would say the most I'm on autopilot is sometimes, this is bad, but when I'm driving,
was
you put like
just
a
about to
podcast
say that.
or something on, and you just drive. You're just driving down the interstate.
You ever get that? They call it driver's hypnosis, where you're driving along and you get to your destination.
And you're
it's
like, I don't remember how I got there. That is exactly what came to mind when he suggested that question.
And the way I say that is, have you ever?
It's scary,
Have
but
you ever
yeah.
moved or something, and you find yourself leaving work and you accidentally drive to the old house? Like you're driving,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh no, I don't, because you're just
habit.
autopilot.
It's called habit, but okay. All right. I got you.
Autopilot.
Sure. Yeah, don't tell anyone else that, Ryan. You just told the whole world that you're on autopilot when you're driving. That's great.
No, it
That's
happens.
good to
Don't worry
know.
about it. I go
happens.
so fast that nobody would hit me or anything. We're good.
How about you, Amanda?
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind. There are times yesterday. I think I was driving back to work from dropping Poppy off at the vet. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I was going over the DeSalle Bridge, and I think I was getting off at my exit, and I was just like, I don't remember like getting here from Bowling Green. Right? So it is kind of scary, but I drive that route
So much.
So much.
Okay, you're probably engaged in the moment. I know we're
Yeah.
engaged in the moment, but then once a moment passes, why would your brain retain that moment?
Maybe
So-
autopilot is happening more than I think it is.
What do you? So what's your answer?
I say like maybe 25% of the time.
Like,
Okay.
give me like, what are you doing?
On a
Maybe
lawn,
like when I'm playing sports, maybe, or working out, I kind of just zone out.
That's fair.
Okay.
Actually, I find
something
that's
like
when I'm
that.
the most
Yeah.
engaged.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Yeah.
I'm like, oh, is this
It's
over yet?
like sports and like exercise
Okay,
is
I
a
can see
break
that.
for my brain. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not focusing on like real matters. It's just like moving my body. I don't know.
Okay.
I can see
Kind
that.
of relaxing, I guess.
That's fun, but you're on autopilot more than you realize. And I started this, so I found, do you ever find like somebody brings up a memory and you're like, I totally forgot about that because it's just a random day. So what I started actually doing a couple of years ago, I actually write down every single day a little journal entry.
That's cool.
I started a journal. I have 4 years worth of daily journal entries.
So cool.
And I
Can we
flip
get a
back
copy of
through
that?
now.
Do you go back?
I know, right? It's not exciting, let me tell you. Not exciting. I do go back. Sometimes we'll go back and I'll say to my wife, I'll be like, hey, you know what we were doing 3 years ago on this day? It's like March 15th. She's
Yeah.
like, no.
No.
You just don't want to lose an argument with your wife. Let's go to the record.
Oh, it's on the flag, the rewind,
been
and
convenient at times as well.
That's fun. So one more question.
Yeah,
We
okay,
have
one
time
more.
for
Sure.
one
Yeah,
more
yeah, okay.
before we go. I think this is a good one, especially
wrong.
with Ryan here. So who is your favorite historical figure?
Oh, that's tough.
Is that a tough question?
Well, I mean, you literally have every person in history that you can go back through, right?
Yeah, but you're not interested.
If I was to go, if you're thinking about like the big names, Abraham Lincoln immediately comes
yeah,
to mind.
it would have to be a president.
I'm a
or
big
something.
history buff, so something like that would immediately. But I could be convinced otherwise. Because
Okay.
we've had these conversations before. If you could have a dinner with somebody in history or something, who would you pick and
Right.
why?
Yeah. So
Abraham
for
Lincoln.
me, like,
Amelia Earhart, maybe. I don't know if
'Cause you
that's the
found her.
woman in
Do you
me.
think you get lost in conversation?
that is
Too soon.
That is terrible.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
That
kidding.
is so
80 years.
bad. Why?
What are you gonna say?
That is
What is your answer?
So I have besides like biblical characters, right? So besides biblical, I have two people in history that I would really like to talk to.
Okay.
You know one of them.
Malcolm X is one, yeah?
You
Yeah,
know what?
for sure.
Malcolm X is one.
Bob Marley's the
Bob
other.
Marley is
Marley.
number two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those
Yeah,
two,
man.
I think that they were like really like two powerful like guys with strong personalities.
Yeah.
Don't agree with everything they did, but it is interesting to me that they were so like ironclad in their thought process, right? And they did it.
They stuck to
they
it.
stuck to what they believe.
Yeah.
So I like people like that, even if I don't.
You don't
with
always agree.
everything. Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
True.
That
Not
is
even
true.
Ryan.
Yep.
Sorry.
What did I do? Don't blame me. I'm just on autopilot.
So
for this.
hopefully you guys like this little game here. I tried to pick the best of the best.
That was good.
To
I
get
like that.
the brain
Yeah.
moving a little bit.
I'm glad we actually had answers to the questions.
There you go.
It's hard to.
Even if we are on autopilot.
Even if it was Amelia Earhart.
I know. It's the like. I don't know.
You've never brought up Amelia Earhart ever.
She
Amanda's the biggest Amelia Earhart fan I know. What are you talking about?
I'm thinking of women, and they had to be dead, right? Or not necessarily.
Historical, no.
Historical, no. They don't have to be dead to be historical.
I like Michelle Obama a lot.
All right, I'll give you an easier question.
Okay.
This comes from Golden Girls. hilarious.
Say no more. Go on.
She had a question similar to this. She said, if you could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, what would you eat?
Oh, well, I would take like a
steak.
modern food. I would definitely take like a Chick-fil-A back to Abraham Lincoln. That would blow his mind.
Hilarious.
Four score and 7 years ago, I needed this.
Exactly. All right, well, stick with us. I promise you an update on Poppy for those of you who have been following along on Facebook. So stay with us. All right, so earlier this week, I posted on Facebook that my poor pup, Poppy, is not feeling well. He's going through a rough time right now. Poppy is almost 11. He'll be 11 in May. And we first adopted him from Lucas County Canine Care and Control 10 and a half years ago. So we've had him since he was 4 months old. So we've had him basically his whole life. He's been the sweetest little puppy boy. He's the bestest boy, and very close to his sister, except he's looking away at the moment, but he's very, very close to his sister. So sweet. So we started noticing like a month or so ago that he was vomiting a lot. So we took him to the vet like 3 or so weeks ago. The vet gave him a couple medications. He did blood work. He did an x-ray. Everything was normal. So he took the medications and he seemed to be doing better. But then he started vomiting again. So I'm like, Mike, we gotta take him back to the vet. So we took him back about a week ago, and the vet said it's probably inflammatory bowel disease. Gave him the same 2 meds plus 3 more.
Oh, wow.
So we struggled to get him to take the medications. At first, he would maybe do it in a little bit of peanut butter, and then it got to the point where he would sniff anything out and it was almost like he lost trust with us. Like anything we were trying to give him, he was like, I don't trust you. That's got medicine in it. I'm not going to eat it. And then it got to the point where he stopped eating. Entirely stopped eating. So he went about 2-3 days without eating anything, and we said we got to take him back to the vet. So we took him, and this is actually when I went on Facebook earlier this week, and I said, hey, we're trying to get him to take his meds. He's not eating anything. Do you have some advice? And I just want to thank all of the viewers, because you all have been amazing. I had over 200 comments on this post with people just giving any kind of advice that they have. Everything from maybe a little bit of pumpkin, or mix it in with some liver, all kinds of things, but also instructing us on how to open his mouth and just kind of get it in there, which is what we ended up having to do. Unfortunately, it got to the point where we're like, we can't keep doing this. He's not getting any better. So we took him to the vet on Wednesday, and the vet did another x-ray just to double check they didn't miss anything. He said it's not good that he's not eating, and he lost 3 pounds in a week. So he said, we're going to keep him for a couple days, and we're going to get some fluids in him, we're going to get some meds in him, and hopefully it can heal his gut. He said when they looked at they did another x-ray and saw a lot of gas and a lot of stuff in his poor belly. So he's just not feeling well. So he's been there, and hopefully we can pick him up soon, and he will be back to normal. And then we can kind of take it from there and figure out what we need to feed him diet-wise and how we can manage a condition if he does have inflammatory bowel disease. So it's been hard not having him in the house.
Yeah, sorry the family has to deal with.
Yeah, and Maggie said, and we're explaining it to her, when we took him to the vet on Wednesday, we kind of had, we were prepared that we may have to say goodbye to him, but fortunately the vet didn't say that. And we're just really hoping that he's taking this time with the vet to get all of his fluids and all of his meds, and hopefully he'll be all healed up and we can take care of him from there. But yeah, it's tough. My husband's really close to him because he works from home, and he's been with him every day for like 7 years. Yeah. And now, as you've seen from a lot of those photos, Maggie's his favorite, right, and she loves him too. So, and it's been hard. I've been like crying off and on like all week and just trying to like power through, but we're hopeful. The vet is like, we'll get him let me have him, let me take care of him for a couple days, and then hopefully he'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully all goes well, man.
Yeah, and I'll keep you all updated, but I just wanted to say thank you because you all have been fantastic. And I know a lot of you have pets, and so you understand like what that means when they're not feeling well. So thank you again for all of your suggestions. And who knows, I may end up needing to use some of them if we still have to give him medications. Yeah. And once we just needed to get him eating again. So hopefully this will get him eating again.
Yeah. So it is wonderful to see how the viewers reached out, over 200 comments. So yeah, folks, they care too. So, we all do. So hopefully a speedy recovery for Poppy.
Yeah. Hopefully.
That's what
he's had a very good life. I was looking back at all of those pictures when I was picking them for that video, and I was like, you know what? He's had a good life, and we've loved him.
You guys have
so
provided
much.
that for him.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's giving it right back to us. Yeah. So we have another great week coming up. Hey, is it the last full week in February? I think next week. Yeah. And I think we'll be into March. Yeah, we'll be into March the following week. So,
okay, so it's coming up. So next week, what do we have on the show?
Acoustics for Autism.
Yes. So we'll have some live music in studio on Monday. Fat Tuesday is coming. How about pairing your punchki with a flight of quenched and tempered beer? We'll have the details Tuesday morning.
Yeah, and a wine festival as well coming up. So we've got beer, wine, punchki, music, all of the things. So it should be a great week on Good Day next week.
Yeah, so make sure you tell a friend about Good Day after the show. They can download it right on their smart TV. For free.
Watch for free. And you get all the extras and the behind the scenes stuff. We'll see what we might be able to share with the viewers next time.
Yeah, have a good weekend,
Have a good weekend, everybody.